As with every era, we talk about the great batsmen of our times, and we talk about Root and Williamson, about Kohli and A.B. de Villiers. Some talk about Warner and Amla in that list as well. There's Pujara scoring runs in India, but quietly in Australia, there's one person who's running away from the pack and just charting a new course for himself. In Australia, when you generate numbers like those, they call them Bradman-esque, and it's very tempting to say, no, it can't be Bradman again. But let's look at those numbers, and if you look at career averages, Steve Smith is right up there. Bradman charts a different course. As I said, Bradman is on 99, but Steve Smith's average of 63.75 has come after 111 innings. You talk about the Pollocks and the Headleys, legends of their times, but they only played about 40 innings. 111 is a lot of innings. You can say that with say someone like Adam Voges, who's in that list, that they were not enough, but 63.75 is an absolutely stunning average for Steve Smith. Deepu, our stats man, has sent us something very interesting too. If you take 50 test match streaks, and that's a long streak, we're not looking at just 15 or 20 where current form can overcome things, then he's up there with the best of all time as well. 50 is long enough streak. As I said, that's almost Bradman's entire career. And if you look at Bradman from number 2 to number 51, he had 6,977 runs. Another 50 test streak for Steve Smith is 5,456. And you could look at it two ways. You could say, look, it's a good 22% short, but it's 1,500 runs short. You know, it's not a huge number. It's 1,500 runs short over 50 test matches. And that's telling me that over a period of time, across conditions, Steve Smith is scoring all those runs. But let's move aside from the numbers and look at two innings that I thought were just brilliant, which will be remembered long after he is finished with the game. I thought the first of those came in the first test match in the home series. Here is someone who's not born and bred on turning tracks, and that 109 in the test match in Pune made the difference between Australia just having a lead enough to trouble India and having a lead big enough to win the test match. But just the manner in which he played India's spinners on that turning track was wonderful to watch. 109 was a fabulous innings. And then the first test match in this Ashes series. When the Ashes started, I didn't think there was a lot of difference between England and Australia. And remember, England had got 300 plus, they had Australia 76 for 4, then they had them 209 for 7, and from there he took them to a first innings lead with an innings of 141 not out. And dare I say, that was the innings that determined which way the Ashes were going to go, and England just came apart. It was a bit like tug of war, you know, when you're pulling and both teams are static and then one team moves a little bit, and that was the movement that Steve Smith induced in the opposition ranks, and then Australia rather just ran away with the Ashes, and England didn't quite know what to do with Steve Smith. But he's playing some fantastic cricket. He's got 4 test matches in South Africa. Those are conditions that he likes, and we'll figure out how he does in those 4 test matches, see if he pulls away from the pack as well. But Steve Smith is charting a new course.